Hi guys. Hello, hello. Good evening. Welcome to our stock market insights. Today is February 18, 2020. And welcome. Let's talk about your favorite stocks. And how's my audio so far? We'll also be inviting some of our friends here in Investagrams and in my page, Invest in the Stock Market. So let's give them a few minutes to join. In the meantime, you can go ahead and drop a comment for your requests. Let me know if the audio is not doing okay so I can adjust it. Okay. Right, so let's go ahead and review our stocks. And if you don't have any requests yet, I shall go ahead and sort this from highest to lowest. Okay, so we now have the stocks with the highest number of trades, and then we'll work our way downwards here. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and check out PSEI. Okay. So I feel that for PSEI, we will slightly, if there will be an increase in price, it will first challenge this MA20 line. And if you see some rejection, chances are it might continue to go down. But in case it breaks that, so now this becomes your higher low. Previous low is here. So if it's going to do something like this, officially breaks that, then that's a good story for this one. So that's our take. It's trying to create a brand new support at this level, but in the short term, this is your resistance, your MA20 line. So let's play it by ear. In the meantime, I feel that your foreign buying is already showing some interest in PSEI, I think, because overall we're already at a very cheap level. Okay, so that's a key area to watch out for. Okay, let me just go ahead and remove all drawings so far. Remove. Now let's check out ISM. If you have a request, guys, just drop a comment. Okay, for ISM, I don't think we're going to have a change in direction anytime soon. It will first stabilize in this area. That's what I see at the moment. It has created a support at the 1.77 level. So chances are it will first do sideways, but I feel that your RSI here is already giving us some, slowly some signs of possible reversal here. So while we flatlined at the 1.77, your RSI is starting to show an upward movement. So momentum is starting to pick up. So I suggest if you want to get in, that's going to be 1.77. Overall, just remind yourself what your objective is, because I think the market is really undecided at the moment, because there are some news around ISM having so much debt, but there's also the brighter side of it, like this being a third telco. So the market is having some, a tug of war between buyers and sellers. So just if you are an investor for this stock, just accumulate volume, because this is already an oversold level. Ali is currently, we are at a support for Ali. This is the support that we see, and looks like it is currently respecting that support. You had a bounce, in fact almost the same looking. You had this kind of candlestick forming at the 40.96 level, same candlestick here as well. And I think that in the coming days you are going to have a good story for Ali. Chances are we are going to have some more bullish actions pushing the price higher for this stock. JFC at the moment is a wait and see game, but overall we are at a support area for JFC. So I think where it is at the moment is just forming a much stronger support. It's a double bottom technically. Look at that. First bottom is here, second bottom is here. It even got retested. Now take a look at your RSI. It's showing some bullish actions there, bullish divergence, meaning the momentum is picking up, and well, your volume is just overall almost in the same range, just doing a flat line there, like on average. Now but between this and this, of course, you're at your risk to reward ratio is more promising than entering somewhere here, right? So I think most of the people who are engaged in JFC are long-term investors anyway. So the moment you have funds, go ahead and add more volume. Okay, BDO. Well, for BDO, this is a bearish signal that I see for BDO. Look at this. The trend line is so obvious right here. Oops. So in some occasions, it goes a little higher than the MA20 line, but overall, if you were to look at it, it is still respecting the price in that range. And I feel that we might have some more downward actions in the coming days as well for BDO. If I'm going to use this, or let's use this point. Okay. So in case we are going to dip, use this as your trend line. So for those people who are interested in investing in BDO, I think that you can still haggle at a much cheaper price. First of all, I think it would be right here. Okay, let me plot that. So in case it drops, chances are it will revisit this line. Go here and then up again. Okay, the reason why I said that is because I see this previous resistance. Okay, it also created a support here, but it acted within that range, so chances are it'll revisit this area. Now when the price hits that level, let's see once again how your RSI reacts. If we have a much higher point, then chances are it will go up. But definitely the nearer you are to the green line here below, that will be your support area. But in most cases, we highly recommend to just find different stock to engage in or to enter, and avoid stocks that are on a decline, because you really cannot, it's harder to know, it's harder to exactly determine which part will it stop and change its direction, you know that. So wait for a confirmation before you enter in this stock. Wait for a probably green candlestick to come out. ICT, over here, you're at okay, I think this is promising because number one, sudden spike in volume here, nice volume. You're already at the oversold, and we're now entering at the um, within that RSI level, and also here. So I think it is going to bounce anytime soon, like probably tomorrow. You might even have another green candlestick, but the nearest resistance that I see is of course your uh, MA20 line, which is very near, not exactly at the MA20 line, but very near that, because of these, right? So you had several points there where you previously had support and then resistance. So previous resistance became a support. Now, when that got broken, so it might go back and create another resistance there. Hi, Florante. Meg. Okay, sure. Let me just open my notepad. Okay, let's take a look at Meg. Okay, Meg, I'd have to say we also have to probably reserve your buying power for now, because I see that it will rest for a while. This is a sign of weakness that we see here. The day ended with a red candlestick, so it might dip. And last time we had a lower low. Okay, so when you say lower low, when it dips, the bottom is much lower than the previous bottom, like this one. Okay, February 3 was the previous low, and then it bounced a little bit, and then it retraced again, and when it retraced, it was lower than the previous one. So we also had the same at the resistance area. It also became a lower high. That means the trend right now is on a decline. So what does this mean? So given that it is bound to decline, when it dips, it is going to have another lower low like this and move again like that. Okay, so just be extra careful. We might need to observe again in the coming days and find out how low it can be, right? But definitely, if you are interested in still trading this stock, enter as near as you can at the support area. The lower green line here becomes your support. So that's the trend it's following. But if you are to expand, let's say from here to here, it's giving us some bullish divergence. So in case it dips, but given it's already given that it will dip, right? But when it dips, I feel that it will not be that far anymore. Probably it should only be slightly lower, like around 3.66, around that range, before it goes up again. Yep, 3.61. That's the support that I see when it dips. There. Reason why I said that is because I see some formation here around this range. Let's see if it holds the same information when we expand it to a weekly chart. Yeah, Okay, so it was also supported right here. Also previous resistance right here. So I think it will just, if it dips, it will dip around 3.61 before it goes up again. Overall, where are we at? We're very near the the support area. If you are to plot a, say, Darvas box right here. No, it's not Darvas box. It's just a range because it could be slightly higher or lower, right? That would be your support area, and I feel strongly in that segment because overall here for several weeks you had price just moving within that range. Mac PLC food and fruit for Jesse. Okay, let's do that. You're welcome, Florante. Mac. Mac is also bound to decline. So even though we moved up a little bit, I think it's just a minor bounce and it will dip some more. That's what I feel. And that's in a weekly chart. So that means there could be some swings in the coming days, but overall the sentiment is that it will potentially go down. This is currently on a daily chart. This is sitting at the support area for, okay, let's see if it will hold at that level. We're currently sitting at the support area where we have officially crossed the MA20 line, and then this MA20 line, once you start moving above that, then that becomes your support. Now, yes, the daily chart says that you are in a potential support, so we can just move within this range, but we still have to be extra careful because your weekly chart says that um, you know it's not that very stable yet because we ended the week. Oh, this is still part of this week, right? So week of Feb 17. So hopefully if this red candlestick, so the week is not over yet, so this is on a weekly chart, that means there is still a chance that this could end up higher. Now if this, let's say the ending of this week looks like this, that means it's not going to look good. It might continue to dip, so our chance is for this to end the week on a positive note on a green candlestick, and that's the time we can say it can continue to go up. Okay, so on a daily chart, we're sitting at a support. So let's just hope that sustains so that it will influence whatever candlestick it'll show in your weekly range. But right now, it's sitting at the possible support. The next one is PLC. PLC is not a good story for me because this stock is trying to break that MA20 line, but each time it crosses the MA20 line, there's a rejection. It goes back to this level, so we might even have some more declines in the coming days. I'd like to see this one. I feel that we might have a much stronger support in this level, so just in case the market gives you a chance at the 0.49, that's a much better position than the ones that we have right at the moment. So overall, we're still on a decline. Yep, and there's not much volume. When the price was lifted higher, the volume did not really follow, so it could easily be pushed downwards again. Food. Food is showing some promising movements here, starting to trigger your upper band. Although just be extra careful, the nearest resistance that I see is right over here, 0.71. So that's the first resistance, so just be extra careful in case For those people who may have already entered right at the bottom over here, just be very vigilant and see if the moment you see some signs of rejection, or let's say a red candlestick comes out at the 0.71 level, you can consider partially taking profit and then use the buying power again when it retraces to add some more volume. At least you have already locked in some profit. Fruit. Fruit, interesting move. I think it will continue to move up. This is your chance for those people who may have entered right up here. I feel that this is already your chance to be free. Or for those people who have entered here, hopefully you have added some more volume when the price dipped so that your average or your cost average has already gone down, and hopefully you're already at a positive position at the moment. So I see that it will most likely move up some more. Let's use this as our next resistance though, just in case. 2.06. Okay. All right. So let me continue. URC. URC is currently creating a support at the current level. I think this is a support right here. So previously you actually had it created some consolidation in this level, created a resistance at this range, and most likely it will do something like this. Okay, so use 148.93 or the current price. You can do a test buy and see if we now have a continuous lift in the price in the coming days. SMPH for me is really undecided. It tried to bounce, but it just stops right there. Okay, so for me, I'd say if you want to get in, and I think most of us here are investors for SMPH, enter as near as you can to the MA20 level. At the MA20 level, because look at that, for 2 days straight, the market has given us a chance at the MA20 and then it goes up each time. So I think that we might also have the same. Probably tomorrow the market will again give you a chance at that range. Let's disregard the yellow line for now. Okay. The next one is BPI. So for those people who may have not subscribed yet to our channel, I am cordially inviting everyone to subscribe. I hope you can also support our channel, and let's grow this network so that we can influence some more people. We can influence some more people to join the stock market and start investing as a whole. And this is our way of sharing the best practices and the things that we also learn from online. And I personally would like to use this. Whatever I'm doing right now, it's like my journal, because every time the market ends, I go back to this video and then just validate whether my insights are correct. I hope you're also having that kind of daily rigor so that we can continuously upskill ourselves, and hopefully someday we become better at what we do, and we're faster in doing our insights. Okay, to continue with BPI, we have this area 81.65 as our support, and currently There you go. The reason why I said that that is a support, because this and this over here, for several days it landed at that area, and each time it gets to that level, around 81.65, there's a bounce that's happening. So I feel that the price will most likely revisit that and then go up again. DMC. DMC, be extra careful. We are triggering the lower Bollinger Band, and you know when it does that, chances are it will continue to dip. Look at this. This over here, it triggered the lower Bollinger Band, and it continued to decline even here. Okay, so just be extra careful, because it might revisit your next possible support, which is right over here, 5.12 level. So when it does that, let's see how your RSI reacts to it. So for example, it goes another bottom here, and see if your RSI is giving us some like this, like upward direction. That is a much better picture. Okay, so right now it's also showing a much higher point than the previous low here, but the current price is, well, technically much higher than the previous one, so it's not that significant yet. It will become more significant when the price hits the same point than the previous point, and then your RSI now is much higher than your previous low. So that's how we look at it. Next is IMI. IMI, I think this is a very promising state right now. Look at this. A sudden jump in the volume. Okay. Number of trades are showing. You ended in a much higher price than the previous one. So I think this is at a much better position now. So if you want, you can already start doing test buys here. Some people would like to enter wherever it is at right now. It's already good to go for them, but others would like to still play conservative and would like to wait around 5.96. Let's see how far are we at the support that we have plotted. That's 3.8. So probably haggle around 606, 605 level. That's already a good entry price. MBT. MBT is, well, let's use this as our support. Okay, it's just stabilizing at the level where it is at right now, 58.25. Let me just check out something over here. In case you have some more requests, guys, don't hesitate to drop a comment, okay? And you can also share this to your trading groups, trading walls. Testing. Okay. Okay, so let's continue. Fruit. Okay, we already talked about fruit. I feel that fruit will continue to move up, but we're very near the next possible resistance here. So just observe, and at any time you see another sign of weakness, let's say a red candlestick comes out your resistance area, just take some profit and use that money again to buy some more volume when it dips. Did we talk about MAC? Yes, we did. AC. AC, we're currently stabilizing at the it's creating a support at the level where it is at right now. So I think here's my tip here. If most of the action happens above 752 level tomorrow, okay, most of the action happens above that, that would mean we will have a potential breakout play here. Okay, So we're currently, so there's this stock has a tendency to just move within the range at the resistance area, and then it does not sustain. It dips right here, so it's kind of scary at the same time. But if it moves up, continues to move higher, then that means it's a breakout play. Yay, thank you, ma'am. Hi, Rayolette. Have I reviewed your request? I'm not 100% sure. But yay, finally. Wow, we had a good timing. Okay. Today I'm having a vacation. I'm here in Hanoi. So I think in the next 7 days, I will be very consistent at doing live. We'll try to see again. Uh, I'm looking at 11 in the evening in the next 6 days or 5 days. 11 p.m. That will be our call time, right? Because I feel that around that time, I will already be at home. Okay, so let's continue. Just drop a comment if you have some more requests. MPI? Oh no, MPI. We had a resistance at the MA20 line, and we got rejected once again. So I feel that it will go back to the 2.98 level. So it might go back to the 2.98, 2.99 level before it goes up. But definitely, I think we might have a major uh, move in the coming days. We just do not know either to the upside or downwards. Okay, the reason why I said that is because the Bollinger Band is starting to become more constricted. And you know what happens when the Bollinger Band becomes constricted. See this. The next possible move is a significant either increase or a significant dip right after that. So what we're hoping for is a significant increase, because overall we're already at a very cheap level. So I hope the next possible move would be just to go up. But 2.99 or 3 pesos would be our support. Globe will most likely dip some more. Okay, the reason why I said that is because we already had a significant increase from October, and most of the movements are now moving upwards, and now we're just resting in some minor bounces there, but overall I think it will just uh, dip some more. Let's use this. Okay, let's first use 1823 as our next possible support. Xiao, AXLM, JFC, all home. Don Pulube. Okay, let's take a look at AXLM. What's this? AXLM stocks. Oh, there. Okay, interesting. So this is our support, right? I wonder where you entered, Dawn. But this is our support, 2.73. And it will first challenge your MA20 line. But once that gets broken, we're at a very promising level then. Because chances are we will continue to trigger the next resistance, which is 3.58. Okay, so you will have to cross this MA20 line and then this one. So that's our two major resistances that we see. But in case the market gives you a chance, 2.73 is a much better entry price. JFC is currently trying to stabilize at the area where it is at right now. So I was mentioning that we already had a double bottom over here previously. Previous point is in terms of RSI, just comparing the 2 points against the RSI, the previous point we had a much lower, we're at an oversold level, right? But when it dipped again, we're now within this RSI range. So that means we now have a bullish divergence. So if you are a long-term investor for JFC, this is a perfect time. I personally feel that we won't, if we are going to dip, it's just very, very minimal dip. We won't even have to reach around 160. I don't think so. It's just that within that range, because look at this. If you are to zoom out and test the previous support, you had some consolidation that happened here. Previous support as well. So I feel that that's a strong support. Where it is at right now is already a strong, stable support for JFC. Home. Home. Wow. What happened to home? What's the catalyst here? There are 193 trades. Okay, so this is what I feel for home. I don't think that the volume is very significant here. Oops, what's happening? This is still the support that I see. Okay, so I feel that some people will take profit. And just in case you still would like to get in home, get in as near as you can at the 9.73 level or 10 pesos area. That would be a much better entry price, because I feel that it's just the traders who pushed the price higher in today's market. Magic on close. Try to have, oh yeah, let me see. Oh, definitely. Last 15. Oh yeah. Okay, so don't trust that. I don't trust that. Thanks for your insights, Soji. That's magic close. I bet it will go back. So don't trust that. People will just take profit tomorrow. Yeah. So thanks for that. Let's go back to the daily chart. And let's see what else. Let's take a look at CHP. CHP has officially crossed your MA20 line. So I think let's try to use the MA20 level as our support here. So if most of the action happens above that, then we will most likely start to change the direction of this stock. So we will start moving to the upside. So maybe what I can say here is that just wait for another green candlestick to confirm the bullish actions of this stock. Because, you know, sometimes we even have a movement like this. We're already moving above that line, and then all of a sudden it does not hold. See that? So let's just wait for another green candlestick. But I feel that between this point and this point, we're at a much lower price and much cheaper price. And so hopefully the next actions would be just bullish actions. Imagine this. What if you entered at this level and it goes up to as much as 10? Okay, just even 8 pesos. How much is that? Wow. Even with just 6 pesos, that's already a 73% increase. So for me, I think the 1 peso level is already very, very cheap. But let's take a look at the fundamentals as well. Sometimes we don't just trust that. Okay, so they had good earnings in the third quarter of 2019. Same as well here. So I think this is starting to recover. Because previously I know their look at this, net income before was negative. Okay, so I think it is starting to recover. CHP. SECB. SECB. Trying to create a stabilization here. So don't trust that yet, because sometimes you have something like this, it lands at the same level and then moves the price higher, tries to move and bounce but does not sustain. Wait for a green candlestick to come out first before you enter, because there are also some scenarios wherein price does not hold, like this one for example. You were already trying to stabilize here and then all of a sudden it dips, but good thing when it dipped, it did not really dip that much. So I even feel that just in case this dips, it will just be up to this level, because previously your lowest point was right here. So those are the key areas. So if the green candlestick comes out tomorrow, then chances are we will start to move to the upside for SECB. Otherwise, 162 would be the next point here. WLCON. WLCON, you're already at a very high range. You are at the resistance area. Okay, look at that. Your resistance is right here. And look how weak your RSI has become. Very weak now. We're already acting, or we're already within this range. So this is really bound to collapse anytime soon, in terms of not collapse as a company, but you know, when you are at the resistance area and your RSI is already starting to show weakness, it will definitely rest. So if you're already profitable, consider taking profit, you guys. Raymond, hi. Mac MWC. Let's take a look at Mac. So I said, I think I looked at this earlier. We're already at the support. We're creating a support at the MA20 line. We have officially crossed the MA20 level, but we just wanted for probably a green candlestick to come out first before we can say that it is now going to change its direction. Okay, so test the 10.90, 10.88 level as our you know, if you want to do some test buys. MWC is still respecting your MA20 line, so hopefully if you still would like to enter at the MA20 level, you may do so. Just make sure to cut your loss once you're, or I mean, set your stop loss levels. Set your stop loss levels, and then once that area gets hit, then just exit the trade. So probably you can wait for, let's say the market gives you a chance at 11.81, that's when you enter, and then just execute the stop loss areas. But overall, let's see. I think this is starting to climb and go back to its previous point. I mean resistance. Well, the short-term resistance that we have right now is around 14.93 though. Okay, so that's a promising move for MWC. And then look at your foreign buying. Foreigners or foreign investors are now showing some signs of interest in this stock here, so they're already buying some positions here. AEV is also giving us some weakness here. Let's use this as our support. 49.36 level, it might revisit that. Okay, next would be I already talked about AEV. Meralco. Meralco, this is your support here. So overall, we're already at a very cheap level. I really don't understand what is causing the decline for Meralco. Do you have any insights around this? Everyone's using Meralco, right? But still, it's declining. So the market has given us a good deal, you guys. I think this is already at a very discounted price. And let me see. Rates go down. Morocco rates go down. Morocco's rate by 90. Isn't that good if the rates go down? Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's just research some more about this. But definitely, um, Morocco is one of the stocks in the index. Foreign buying is already happening here. So if the market gives you a chance around 261 level or 262, I think go ahead and give it a try. This is already a good entry price. Um, Let us say, yeah, if you joined the market, if you joined Morocco at the, back in 2016, you would think that this price will never be reached once again. But hey, look at that. 17, 18, 19. After 4 years, the market has given us a chance again. 261.8. Okay. Let's take a look at Emperador. This is from Soji again. There's a dividend. Oh, it's done. Another big jump here. Is there any magic again? Yeah, not really, but overall it started to show. So I feel that just in case, some people will take profit, maybe around 7.33. That's a good area to enter. This is starting to trigger the upper Bollinger Band, so I think that people will, or even foreign buying is already happening here. So we might have some more movements, even though we're already at the overbought area. So I feel that they will just take profit and give you a chance around 7.34, and then it will continue to move up. So that's what we're waiting for. Okay. So lucky you guys, you get to watch the market full time. What else? Let me see. Let's go back to other stocks. Now, I haven't reviewed now for a long time. What happened now? I think it will revisit your previous support here. Okay, so previously you had a support at the 2.05 level. So I think it will revisit that before it goes up again. Okay. You also had your previous support here and here. So I think that's a strong area. So you're very near that support area, guys. So I think that's a much better position than the ones right here. So it's been a long time for those people who may have entered last February of 2018. It's been 2 years now. Hopefully those people were able to exit properly. Okay, they've cut their losses, or somehow you have averaged down, so you could have lowered your um, cost average. Pure Gold. Pure Gold is currently at, it's stabilizing. Okay, stabilizing at this area, creating a strong support, and your RSI is already giving us a bullish divergence here, much higher point. So I think it will just do sideways, and 38.08 level within whatever range it is at right now is already a good um, promising spot to enter if you are a position trader. ABA, you're very near a resistance, so just be extra careful. Even though there is a 1226 X date, yeah, we're very near that date, so it might continue to move up, but just be extra careful. You have a you have a resistance forming at that range. So this is the resistance that I see. You also had some points here, and each time it was touched here, there's a rejection, so I feel that it will rest. Let's check out when it rests. It might give you a chance at the 0.87 level. Okay, let's use the MA20 line as our support. What else? BLL, the other day this was really so high. Okay, so careful, you guys. Sign of weakness here. So if you have entered here, I don't know how much was your dip. That's a 5% dip. I feel that this will continue to go down and go back here. It's a 12% dip. So your call. You can cut loss partially if you like, and then use that buying power again when the price reaches this level. Because definitely this is a sign of weakness that I see here. Annie is currently stabilizing. Nice spot, starting to show some green light here, and foreign buying happening. So 6.81 is the support that we see. SMC, same. A lot of promising stocks right now. They're all just consolidating, doing sideways, and waiting for that right timing to push the price higher. TLC, no movement. It will most likely dip. FGEN is also creating a support in this range. Okay. Alright, so that's the support that I see. Let's try to analyze the correlation between these points against your RSI. So it did a double bottom, right? But your RSI is already giving us bullish divergence. Okay, so that means it just retested that support, and then chances are it will just move within this range and then go up. So try to add more volume, or try to accumulate volume around 19.8. Okay. The next is, we talk about, I think Double Dragon is now going to start moving it's moving the price higher. This is, I think, going to reverse now. I think this is already reversing. There are just some occasions when the price would rest, but overall, in the coming days, I feel that we are now going to move up. Risk to reward ratio, but higher probability of a reward than a risk. So MA20 line, if you want to be very conservative, MA20 line is the next possible support that I see. Although this right now is 18.41, that's also a support area, because I feel that when that price got hit, it moved up. So, but still, let's just plot it here. This is the support that I see for 18.21. IRC, this is the support. 1 peso, that's the support that we see. MAH, be extra careful. This is the support that we see. People might take profit, and I feel that they will give you a chance around 1.11. previous resistance here. This was the resistance before, and we broke that. So chances are it might retest that and then continue to move up. Because overall, this was on a heavy decline previously, and now we are changing its direction to the upside. VITA as well, just moving sideways with long waves, but definitely the support is at 1.08. So again, do not just randomly enter. My recommendation is always wait for that perfect timing, and the perfect timing would be enter at the support, and when you see signs of weakness at a resistance, that's when you exit. And when you are moving below the MA20 line, our blue line over here is our MA20 line. When you're moving at the MA20 line, most of the time your MA20 becomes your resistance. Now, if you cross your MA20 and start to move above that, then your MA20 becomes your support, which is the case here. Okay. Green, still on a decline for green. I don't see any signs of possible reversal yet. Oh, not a good, let me just remove something. Okay, do you see this, guys? There's a big jump before. Back in 2018, there was a gap up, but it took how many years, right? And it's starting to decline. So I have a feeling that this gap will be filled. So I don't know, we can even cross that and start moving downwards until it gets filled and reach the 0.50. I don't want to sound super negative, but I've seen so many charts, and when you see a gap up, chances are the gap will be filled, and this could be now. Does that make sense? So if you're interested in engaging in this stock, wait for the perfect timing. You can get this at a much cheaper price. FB is giving us promising moves. Okay, we've been moving above the MA20 line, and we have created a support at that level. So go ahead, give it a try around 74.95 or 75. That's already a good entry price. I feel that some people will just take profit and move this stock within this range. So you can give that a try. What is this? What was suspended? Let me see. Was it green? Soji? What was suspended? Let me see. Feb 19. FB. Oh, Feb 18. What was suspended? Third, you can comment the stock below. I did not notice that stock. What was suspended? Okay. Green suspended 2015, reopened 2018. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. That explains the big gap there. So most likely this is the new. Oh yeah. Okay. Good call out. Good call out. So I'm thinking this is the brand new this is the value of the stock now. So if it will dip, Let's see first. Hopefully this just remains here. 1.44. Okay. So that was your support before. So it's a make or break area at the 1.44 then. I should make Soji my subject matter expert here. You should also give your insights here as well. I think you're a very good trader, Soji. KPPI. No. Let's use this as our support. 9.34. I think it will continue to dip, but there are points here where price consolidated and created a support. So I think we're very near that level. Okay, so for example, that price gets hit 9.34. So you compare this point back in January 22 against that point. And so what you will see here is a bullish divergence if that's the case, right? Wow. But you're very good in your data analysis, so G, so good job. He's a newbie, he said. So yeah, just sharing best practices here. Okay, so that's our key indicator. 9.34 is our support, and if that gets hit, I feel that that is it, and we will see a change in direction soon. So she's so humble. Yeah, I guess. I bet. So I'm sure there are a lot of you guys who are really experts here, and it's very nice of you to join me, and just don't hesitate to share your thoughts as well, because there are a lot of newbies who are also watching this video, and we just do not learn from one person. It would be great if all of us would be sharing our insights as well. I just want my only request here is that we support one another. We don't bash. If we want to give our insights, we phrase it positively, because this is such a challenging endeavor, right? And if we filled it with a lot of negativity, so there's so much stress. But then again, thank you guys for joining me. Okay, where are we? There's so many stocks to review, and I have so much time. I'm on a VL, you know. I'm on a vacation leave, and I have no work tomorrow, so that's so great. I'm here in Vietnam. We'll be exploring the city. I don't know. My husband has created our itinerary. So if you have some recommendations, just comment down below. Where else could we go? But we already ate so many local cuisine here just in one day. Anyway, PXP still triggering the lower Bollinger Band here. Next support screen from we scroll down and move to the left. Do we see any consolidation? Yes, we do, right here. So this is our support. Okay, this is the previous support that we see. So I think it will test that. 7.31 for PXP. What's WTI? I have not heard of it. Oh, crude oil. Forex? A commodity. Okay, I think it will it will stabilize at the support. Will create a support at 51.41. Although the market is still open. Let me just check some stocks here. moving sideways still. I have a Tesla. Okay, Tesla looks good. Hopefully it moves up some more. What else do I have? Commodities, yeah. Let's check out Bitcoin first. We have a bounce for Bitcoin. Hopefully it goes up, but we're very near the next resistance though. I don't feel good when I think this is the last wave before it really rests again. I have XRP USD. Almost the same looking. I have a bounce for XRP. Okay. Who among you guys are active in the US market as well? Let me check. I forgot. I have I'm looking at my eToro. I have eToro, by the way. I use this platform when I trade the US market, and during weekends I do options trading. Oh, good move for my Tesla. Oh, I had Lyft. I entered Lyft, but it's on a negative right now. Let's see if it will hold the 42.63. This is the support that we have here. What was my stop loss level here? Stop loss area is 43.88. No, it will be hit. Why did I put at 43.88? Oh, I used this, I think. I think my stop loss level will be hit. Me, what's me? ME? Oh yeah, you're trading the US market as well. So what are your positions? Let's see, Apple. For Apple, we're already at the resistance area. Be extra careful if you have a position. This might rest. Beyond, yeah. I used to have positions in Beyond. I had several trades there, but okay. I think Beyond is bouncing. It has a new support. This one. I think this is a bounce for Beyond. What else? Tesla. I entered Tesla at 772. Around here. Around this range. Let us see. Let us see. I think my gain for Tesla will just be diluted by my stop loss being hit in my lift. It's just break even. Okay. There you have it. Are there any other requests, you guys? Thank you for joining me, by the way. If you have not subscribed yet to our channel, my only request for you guys, so we will continuously be inspired to make these videos. I hope you subscribe and share. Okay, share our channel to your friends, to your groups, trading groups. and so we can inspire some more people. In the meantime, I hate to, seldom do I have a lot of viewers, but if you don't have any other requests, I think it's a wrap for tonight. Let's chat again tomorrow, 11 o'clock. Would be the perfect time so that I still get to roam around Vietnam. We're in Hanoi, by the way. So we roam around first, and then around this time, we are going to have our live 11 p.m. Okay? If you don't have any other requests, I can say goodbye for now. Okay, I think that is it. You have a good night, good morning, and good afternoon wherever you are in the world. Bye bye for now.